Hi everyone, it's Laura with Ideal CRM. In today's workshop, we are going to examine how to use sales metrics and performance metrics to identify growth opportunities and ultimately increase revenue. Now, I know tracking metrics is not a favorite activity for a lot of us, but I am adamant that every company, large or small, should track metrics on a regular basis. I cannot stress enough the paramount importance of sales metrics and performance metrics. We've seen amazing results here at Ideal when we started measuring and tracking important metrics. We've increased numbers across the board and reached our goals much faster than anticipated. So when you think of metrics, think of them this way. Without metrics, you can't tell for sure what works and what doesn't, or where to spend most of your time and budget in order to maximize return and revenue. So let's examine how to use sales metrics and performance metrics. But first, what are sales metrics? What is the sales metrics definition? Sales metrics, performance metrics, or metrics in general are hard numbers that represent the performance of an individual, team, or company towards their goal. It's important to remember that metrics or key performance indicators are specific to your company. How do you and your sales team measure up against your sales goals? What are you doing right? Where are the future opportunities for your sales operations? Next, why are metrics for sales performance important? Metrics keep your organization competitive and profitable. Or as Matt Heinz, founder of Heinz Marketing, said, all performance metrics start and end with revenue. Why are we measuring company performance and why does it matter? Well, revenue is the answer to both those questions. Matt says a good true north metric should be as close to revenue as possible, and we agree. In short, these health assessments help to identify growth opportunities, discover gaps in internal processes, and prevent unexpected setbacks. Now let's examine how to use sales metrics and performance metrics to increase revenue. We've identified a 7-step process. First, set up goals, preferably SMART goals. Then, capture your company's current vitals. Record incoming sales data. Identify the sales metrics that matter. Track sales metrics and performance metrics. Analyze performance against your goals. And lastly, take action. Now let's tackle each item on the list. Set up SMART goals. SMART goals are strategic goals that are concrete benchmarks, meaning they are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Let's see how we formulate SMART goals. Here are a couple examples of goals that are not SMART. Increase traffic to our website, or bid all high-rise jobs in our state. The first one, increase traffic to our website, is not a SMART goal because it's not specific enough and it doesn't mention a time frame. We turn this into a SMART goal by saying, increase website traffic by 30% in the next 3 months, or increase Google organic search traffic to our website by 20% and Google paid ads traffic to our website by 5% in the next 3 months. The second goal, bid all high-rise jobs in our state, is not a SMART goal because it's not specific enough, it's not achievable or realistic, and it's not timely either. A SMART goal here would be increase the number of local high-rise jobs we bid by 20% in the next 3 months, or increase the number of local high-rise jobs we bid from X to Y by the end of Q1. These goals are now specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and they have a time frame. Other examples of SMART goals for a construction company are reach a certain number of new prospects in pipeline each month, or increase presentation to bid list rate by a certain percentage by a certain time frame, or reach a dollar amount of expected revenue each month, or increase proposal to one job rate or winning rate by a certain percentage and by a date. The second step in our process is capturing your current vitals. Now that we have our SMART goals, we need to establish some baseline metrics, or that 0 point, if you will, from which we'll start measuring our performance. These baseline numbers will help us get a good picture of where we're starting from. Some important baseline metrics examples are monthly revenue, both from existing and new customers, revenue by project category, number of leads and opportunities in your pipeline, number of won and lost opportunities, average number of follow-ups for won projects, current time to close rate. Another important step at this stage is to define key terms for your sales and marketing teams. These will help you establish what to track and how. For example, best performing client. Let's say we define this by win rate with client higher than 75%, or average profit margin on client projects is 20%. Or another term would be low performing client, where win rate is less than, let's say, 25%. Or another term would be hot lead, or project categories, and of course, pipeline stages. You should define sales pipeline stages that match your sales process. The third step in our process is record incoming sales data. Recording incoming data for your leads, clients, and opportunities will help you calculate and analyze sales metrics and performance metrics, especially the more complex ones. We recommend recording the following 17 data points: location, bid due date, follow-up date, expected close date, opportunity sales manager, main contact, value, stage, status, win probability, size, tasks and activities, source, open opportunities, closed opportunities, active proposals, and won lost opportunities. Now that we have the third step covered and we are recording incoming data, in the fourth step, we will identify the sales metrics that matter. Key metrics for sales managers include marketing metrics. It is important to determine how well your sales funnel is serving you and identify what works and what doesn't. Focus sales and marketing efforts where they are most effective. Sales metrics that matter for sales enablement include prospecting metrics and sales metrics. Prospecting metrics are related to prospects or leads. Examples include new monthly leads, leads by source, leads by stage, and expected close date. Sales metrics can be looked at from multiple perspectives: opportunity, contact, client, personnel, revenue, sales activities, and many more. Track the sales metrics and performance metrics in the categories below that make the most sense for your company. Open opportunity metrics in number and dollar amount. Opportunities by stage, bid due date, sales manager, location, team, building type or project type, close date, client, and contact. Hit rates and conversion rates. These are great examples of performance metrics. Examples include win rate by client, personnel, location, or building type. Revenue metrics, and these refer to your closed opportunities. This metric provides insights on pipeline health and revenue, narrowing it down to client company, sales manager, personnel, performance, project type, and average deal size, the latter telling you whether your contracts are getting bigger, smaller, or they're staying the same. Activity-related metrics. This is of course not a surprise to you, but follow-up is key to closing sales, and keeping metrics of average number of follow-ups for won deals and staff members who engage clients the most provide direction and incentive for others. Examples here include average number of follow-ups for won deals and activity, calls, emails, meetings by personnel. The fifth step in our process is track sales metrics and performance metrics. Tracking business performance metrics is one of the key activities that top-performing companies excel at. And they not only track clients, but also opportunities and activities. They go so deep with their tracking and sales metrics reporting that they can produce a variety of business reports at a moment's notice. You can track sales performance metrics with a sales metrics dashboard in a sales management software like Ideal CRM or a sales metrics template in Excel. Regardless of how you choose to track sales metrics, we highly recommend that you do. The ROI is tremendous. Now, to find a link to Ideal CRM or to download the Excel template that I mentioned here, please check the description of this video. The links are available there. The sixth step in our process is analyze performance against goals. Now, once we've established our goals, identified key metrics, and tracked those metrics regularly, we have effectively created a system to analyze our performance against our own goals. Simply chart out each goal with its related metrics and see if you're underperforming, you're on track, or you're outperforming your goal. It's amazing what a clear performance picture you now have for your company. And the last step in our process is taking action. This is really the part where the magic happens, the part that makes all the previous effort well worth it. You take your performance analysis and identify what works and what doesn't. So for what works, you will leave this unchanged and maybe increase the resources allocated there so you can increase revenue from what works. What doesn't work? This is where decision time comes in. You identify what is worth fixing and allocate resources to that, and you also identify what is not worth pursuing anymore. You effectively stop wasting time and money in areas with no ROI or return on investment. I hope you enjoyed this presentation on how to use sales metrics to increase revenue, and we've inspired you to set up goals and identify and track metrics to help you achieve those goals. Thanks for joining us, and subscribe to our channel for more insights and lessons learned in sales and marketing.